I refereed Clash of the Castle, but I added a twist. I added this wheel, and whoever the wheel chooses will be the referee of the match. This could be either a good thing or a bad thing for the participants. So let's just see how this goes. Because the first match of the show is for the World Heavyweight Championship. We spin the wheel, and it ends up being CM Punk.
I prayed for this, and it happened.
Yep, CM Punk is the referee of the match. Someone specific in this match is not going to be happy. But he has no love lost for either guy, but Drew has been on Punk's crap list for a while now. Drew connects with a stun gun and goes for a cover. CM Punk counts and calls for a rope break. I mean, from that angle, it might look a bit suspicious. Drew McIntyre then hits a gut-wrench powerbomb and goes for another cover, but only gets a 1 count. Oh, I wonder why. This leads to Damian Priest clotheslining and then super kicking Drew down. Priest gets another 1 count. And despite Punk calling it pretty fair, Damian Priest decides to attack CM Punk and sidewalks him, slams him down. CM Punk punches Priest to get the receipt back on the Priest. And Drew isn't able to capitalize on this, and Priest pummels Drew. And Priest pummels him for a bit. Drew then lands a big splash in the corner, and Punk counts a 1 count again. Damian rolls out of the ring, and Drew decides to hit Punk with a Celtic cross. Punk dies for a bit, and he could disqualify Drew, but he decides to let it slide. How generous. CM Punk gets bored and goes to the outside to get a steel chair, and despite having some issues with the chair, he's able to wedge it into the turnbuckle. Will it be used? Drew then claymores Priest down and goes for a cover, but Damian gets the shoulder up, or was it a rope break? I don't know. CM Punk's arguing with himself over the decision. He can't make up his mind. And CM Punk goes back to the outside, and Priest is going for a cover as Punk is trying to get a kendo stick. Anyways, Punk decides to throw the stick at Drew and Damian, and Drew is able to grab Damian in the power slam and chucks him out of the ring. Punk seemingly gets into an argument with Drew McIntyre again about something, I don't know what. And Damian's back in the ring and gets Drew in the jaded position. Punk then grabs the kendo stick again and chucks it right into Drew's head. CM Punk attacks Drew and tries to go for the GTS, but Drew counters him and shakes it off. This leads to a clothesline and a flatliner by Damian Priest, and he gets a really close near fall. Damian gets pissed about it and clotheslines Punk down again. Punk tries to confront Damian Priest, but Priest grabs CM Punk and puts me in whatever the hell this thing is called. Punk is able to wiggle out of it, throw Priest down on the ground, and Drew McIntyre hits a claymore again onto Damian Priest, and CM Punk decides to fast count the world champion, and Drew McIntyre becomes the new world heavyweight champion. Punk screws Priest, and honestly, he has no one else to blame for himself for that L. Alright, it's time for our next match. So we have this wheel, this amazing wheel, determine who the referee is, and it lands on random. So that means a randomly selected wrestler. Cool. Random picks Dominic Mysterio. Yeah, the guy whose arm is in a cast right now. Yeah, I can wonder how this conversation went. Dominic, you're the ref. But my arm is injured. I can't do anything. Too bad. Here you go. I got something for you. Here's some painkillers. Go get them, Tiger. So after the painkillers of Dominic Mysterio, he comes out castless and is ready to go. Chad Gable comes out with all of Alpha Academy in his corner. A bit much probably, but hey, you gotta do what you gotta do to be champion. The match starts between Sami Zayn and Chad Gable. He goes for a quick submission to no avail. Zayn comes back with a springboard DDT and a kick. Maxine tries to distract Dominic Mysterio, and Dom is taking shit from no one tonight. Okay, maybe her, but that's besides the point. And Dominic decides to eject Maxine out of the match. As Dom is ejecting her, Zayn goes for an unsuccessful cover. So I guess the distraction worked after all. Chad Gable spears Zayn out of the ring, and Zayn comes back in and gets dropkicked down at den. Gable goes for a cover, and Dom goes slow, probably because he's in agony right now. I can just imagine the pain he's in. Dom goes outside and grabs a kendo stick for some reason and just throws it at the guys, which doesn't help his issue of his broken arm. Does he want to be injured for the next year? Chad Gable takes Zayn to Suplex City and goes for a cover, so Dom goes slow to try not to exacerbate the issue. Zayn kicks out. Gable axe handles Zayn down, and Otis gets on the apron. So Dom ejects his ass from the match too. Tozawa now is the only one left, and so hopefully he knows his place. Sami Zayn and Chad Gable trade blows, and Dominic wants to be involved too. But Chad chops him down, and he goes down hard. Chad dropkicks Sami Zayn and stomps a mud hole in him. He goes for a pin for some reason, I don't know why. Dominic is able to make for his first normal count, and I guess the painkillers are starting to kick in. Another DDT by Zayn spikes Gable into the mat. He goes for a cover, and he gets a close 2 count. Sami Zayn hits a massively disgusting looking big boot onto Chad Gable, and it looks to be the end, but Dominic slow counts him again due to the pain, probably. Sami Zayn has had enough of Dominic's shitty refereeing and tries to attack him, but Dom shakes him off, and Chad Gable hits a Dominator, I guess that's what it's called, for a near fall. Gable goes for suplex D2, but Zayn counters it into a Hurricanrana. Dominic goes to the outside and grabs a steel chair, and after Gable super kicks Zayn in the face, Dom decides to throw the chair and KOs Chad Gable with it. Sami Zayn goes for a cover and gets the 3. Sami Zayn retains his championship. We need to get Dominic to a local medical facility for that arm. It's got to be just completely wrecked right now. The next match for the women's tag team match. Unfortunately, we would love to have special refereeing for tag matches, but we can't. We're not allowed to because the game says so. So rather than being able to special referee a tag match, we're just going to spin this wheel, and whoever wins is the winner of the match. After spinning the wheel, the Goth Girls win. Alba Fire and Isla Dawn are your new tag team champions. I like that. You know what? I agree with that. Even though I'm cool with that decision, it's not going to happen. Jade Cargill and Bianca are going to win. They have a 0% chance of winning. It's time to move on to the next match. We spin the wheel to determine the referee, and it lands on the random option again. The random choice that we get is the final boss, Dwayne Johnson. The Rock is the referee of this match. We had to pay him a lot to come to Scotland, but it'll be worth it, I think. So, Bayley will be defending her women's championship against Piper Niven with Chelsea Green in her corner. The final boss is here, so let's start the match. The match starts when Piper Niven body presses Bayley down and then hits a bat suplex. The Rock is barely paying attention to the match as he's playing to the crowd because of course he does. Bayley tries to throw Piper Niven off the ropes, but The Rock gets in the way and he breaks up the entire move. He destroys the flow of the match. Good job. But Bayley gets shoved back down by Piper Niven and then powerbombed as The Rock is just there trying to entertain himself. Chelsea Green takes off the pad and the final boss is not happy with this. After taking like 10 seconds to put the turnbuckle pad back on, Chelsea gets ejected from the match. Bayley locks on a chokehold, but Piper Niven throws her off. Piper then gets Bayley into a torture rack, but Bayley punches her way out of it and DDTs Piper only for The Rock to call another rope break. Bayley then hits the Bayley to belly and a rose plant for the 3 count. Bayley retains the women's title in like a 4-minute match, but The Rock was the ref. You know, that's the big thing. So who cares? For the final match, we spin the wheel for the final time and it lands on The Rock again. So The Rock is the referee again? Where is he? We go backstage and we find the final boss. He's in the parking lot and he tells us that he's not refereeing the match. The Rock already repped the match tonight. You'd have to pay The Rock double to go double duty, and in this economy, The Rock knows you're broke. The Rock won't leave you hanging though. I have a final boss chosen ref just for you. And The Rock chooses the new head of the table, Solo Sikoa, as the referee for this match. Leader of the Bloodline. Main event time. With Solo Sikoa as the referee, AJ Styles challenges Cody Rhodes for the Undisputed Championship in an I Quit match. So let's start the match. Cody Rhodes hits a disaster kick on AJ Styles to start off. After Solo slams his head into the post and the turnbuckle, Cody connects with not 1, not 2, but 3 crossroads back to back. Cody then locks on a chin lock to try to end the match in record time, but Solo's fucking around with a table on the outside. Solo then grabs a light tube and throws it in the ring to nail Cody in the back of a head. Like, what a shot. Solo then grabs a barbed wire bat and a microphone. And as Cody Rhodes nails another crossroads of the match, AJ Styles no-sells the crossroads and throws Cody off the ropes for a rebound Styles Clash right onto the table, probably chipping a tooth in Cody Rhodes' mouth and his pearly whites. AJ locks on a chin hold to try to make Cody say I quit, but Cody throws him off and then pedigrees him on the table. This match is just a finisher fest, isn't it? Cody then connects with another crossroads of the match. Holy God. How many can he take? AJ Styles is somehow still in the match after 5 crossroads, I think. And frog splashes Cody despite Solo telling him to get off and no. Solo grabs the bat and throws it to hit Styles in the head. Styles then hits a 3rd Styles clash of the match, at least I believe. Cody powerbombs Styles down and is looking for another crossroads, but Solo interjects with a big headbutt. AJ then takes control and looks for another Styles clash, but then Solo super kicks him in the face. So now they're even. Cody then connects with another crossroads, locks on the chinlock, and AJ's tapping out saying I quit, but Solo isn't paying attention. I don't know, maybe he's too busy playing Fortnite, who knows. Another pedigree from Cody Rhodes, and the two go to the outside. Solo grabs the table and lights the damn thing on fire. Solo then super kicks AJ so that he's out of the way for this. Solo then grabs Cody and power bombs him through the flaming table. AJ's looking to end the match because he just went through a freaking flaming table. But Cody elbows AJ and hits another crossroads. Is it the 7th or 8th? I don't know. Solo's lost count of how many crossroads he's hit. Cody then locks on a chinlock, AJ taps out, says I quit, and Cody retains the championship. Cody Rhodes is still your undisputed champion. And as he's celebrating with the title, Solo Samoan spikes Cody, and the rest of the Bloodline come out and beat up Cody Rhodes to end the show. The Bloodline stand tall. Will this be the match at Money in the Bank? Tune in next time, I guess.